we just got matched coverage with Rush. Mix up the looks. I mean, it's hard when you talk about the guys who's getting the ball out quick, Flacco. You look at Aaron. They got so much experience. They've seen every look, every disguise. So we just gotta make a challenge and confuse it and just get after them. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a tough matchup, but you always get excited for those when you're playing goats like that.
What do you admire about Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback?
I just admire his competitive spirit. I think he's a one-on-one player. Since he came into this league, he just attacked everything, and I just love how he represents himself and how he carries himself, and those he looks after. Really good dude.
What's your earliest memory of him?
Oh man, I would say mine has always been on Madden. Just like for a while, he was the only quarterback with gunslinger. So, even when you did franchise modes or draft, you're drafting Aaron Rodgers first because he's like one of the only quarterbacks with gunslinger. So, I was just telling that in the locker room. So, it's pretty cool.
Micah, you've had like 2 months in this defense at this point. Do you feel like you are where you want to be in terms of mastery of what half wants you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still levels that we can get to, in terms of mastery. And, that's like mastery is like chasing perfection. And, we may never, and Coach talked about it today, is like, you could play perfect for 64 snaps and you bust 4 coverages and, that hurts you. So, but we got to play damn near close to it. And we got to limit that. And it takes all of us just play after play, one play at a time, focus, determination. And, it's a challenge, but we can live up to that.
We talked to you before Detroit, and I suck at numbers, so it's probably not, but you said it's like 80% or something close to that of the playbook that you'd already gotten down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you at 100% now?
Yeah, I know the playbook. I mean, we add stuff every week. Like, half doesn't stop adding things. So each week you're learning something new. And I think that's a good thing because, we mix up, we give different looks based off of how they play us, what to expect. I think he has that type of identity that he wants to keep switching it up and keep having different looks. And it challenges the players, and we accept those challenges.
Mike, have you played there on a Sunday night before in Pittsburgh?
No, I was supposed to last year, and I got hurt, so I'm actually excited. I'm looking forward to this matchup.
What is that place like? You have played there, though. What is it kind of like?
No, I never played there.
You haven't played there at all?
I never played there. I played there, actually, I played Pitt my freshman year in college. So, yeah, I did play there, but in the pros, I never played there.
Micah, outside of, I think, Jaden Daniels in week 2, you've played a lot of veteran quarterbacks this year. What is it with those guys? I mean, they've seen everything probably there is to see, so how do you rattle those guys?
Man, you got to get in their face as much as possible. Like, you win in the game when the quarterback's looking more at the D-line than he is at his receivers. And, we have to do that type of great job. And we gotta go out there and attack. This is a really good unit. It's a really good front. Probably one of the best fronts we've seen this year, so I'm up for the task.
Is it possible to disguise in a way that causes confusion against a 41-year-old quarterback?
Yeah, there is. We got to make him take the check down. Make him take the check downs, make him earn everything. But like I said, Rodgers going to be Rodgers. You're going to see some amazing things out of them. They got some playmakers, but we got some playmakers too. It's going to be a good game.
The reason I ask is because in a game against a veteran like this, like how much it's like this everywhere. Players make plays, but especially when the schematics are maybe going to throw him off like a young guy. How much does it come down to just players making plays? You just got to win.
I think you got to win your match. I mean, when it comes down to it all, it's always going to be about players making the matchups. My best players against your best players, regardless of situation. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in the perfect coverage, but as we see, Jamar Chase makes a catch. That's just his best player being our best player. So it's like regardless of what we're in, our players just got to play better. And we got some good guys, and we got to go accept that matchup.
After the Arizona game, you had mentioned Kobe Wood and his play inside. What have him and Carl given you guys for that interior presence?
When Big D went down, I think both those guys stepped up, took the extra reps, and they just showed how electrifying they can be. And, I'm excited. You talk about guys like Carl who took advantage of every pass rush, every run game snap, and say you can't really not take him off the field. So, big shout out to him because, they really stepped up tremendously. And it gives more confidence, for this long run that we're trying to make about the rotation that we have.
Micah, everyone has talked about, you can say, your impact with this defense since you got here. For you personally, do you kind of feel that? Do you feel like you have done the part to this point just to kind of help elevate this defense?
For me, it's tough to say because, for this trade to go out, we got to win games, and we got to go for a shot at the big one. So, that's a question I'm about to answer later in the year, because if we don't do anything, then it's like, I didn't do enough. So I got to try my best to make sure I bring the guys along with me in every play, my play style, in terms of how good we can actually be. Because potential is I think a lot of people have potential in life. I think everyone has potential. I mean, watch my words, but those who capitalize on potential is very few. So we got to capitalize on our potential and get better every week to do what I think we can do. Then I can say I made us better.
How can you contextualize just how big of an impact it would be to get the Wyatt back?
Yeah, I think it's a huge impact. I think he makes my life easier. He understands how to rush, how to play, his play style. I just think he brings guys along. His energy is contagious. He sets a standard in the room. You could tell he learned after some really good guys, and he just carries it with him every day. He has that G mentality, that dog mentality, and he's just fun to play with.
How can you use the momentum from how well you guys played in the second half against Arizona moving forward? Because I know you said you guys need to play better after halftime.
See, momentum's tricky because you can't really hang on to those moments because that's when complacency happens. I think every time you step on, you put your pads on, you get on the field, it has to be with a certain level of tenacity, effort, and play style to carry, who you want to be. I don't think I would consider momentum. I would consider just more like it has to happen. Like there is no momentum is like this. It's like a wave. It's up, down. It's very staticky. I need something more consistent. Momentum's not consistent. I want a consistent style of play. I want consistent effort. And, I demand that of myself and I demand that of others.
How close do you feel like as a defense you are to finding that consistency?
Oh, we're real close. We're real close. It's flashes. We flash. First half, it's funny. We gave that, it's tricky in that Arizona game. They scored 16 points, but we gave up 2 huge third downs. We jumped off sides. We put ourselves in bad situations, and then we look at those other games. We played great in the first half, and we flashed. And then we gave up some big stuff in 2 minutes again at the end of the game type of stuff. And then you look at in the last game, we played great in the 2 minutes. So we got to find a way to eliminate our mistakes and our blunders and play consistent throughout the game to put complete games together. And you look at the teams that we're going to have to play, we're going to have to do that.
How wary are you of Aaron Rodgers' cadence? I know 3 plays have been something just giving up a few. He's a master of that.
Yeah. I'm not worried at all. I don't go to bed thinking about that cadence. I know I got a tendency to jump off sides, but I tell them I try to help the team. That's just me playing hard. I just hope I just don't cost people in a rough time, when we really need it. I just hope I don't cost the team. But every penalty costs the team, but I just hope I don't hurt us too bad. But I'm going to try not to jump off sides, and I'm going to focus. It's a focus thing more than his cadence thing. I just think when you get tired, you try to make a play. We all make mistakes, but I'm going to try to clean that up. But I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, I was just asking him how he's navigated the age process at this stage in his career. He's like, well, I can't run like I used to, but it sure looks like he has the arm. He puts a good product out there.
Yeah.
What is the thing, obviously not the cadence, what is the thing that against this guy you are most concerned about? Don't let him beat you this way.
Man, I would say don't let Rodgers get to his spot. I would say when he's in sync, it's like poetry. Every throw's on the money. Everything's in sync. You have to find ways to disrupt the tendencies, disrupt the spot, disrupt the way where he twists. If he can't throw off his foot the right way, those type of little things. It's always going to be the little things with the OGs.
Are you expecting more double teams this week?
I expect double teams every week. There's a plan for those. I feel like double teams is what it is, but, you know, I think I have a good plan of rushing inside, outside. You know, I kind of pretty much play every spot across the line. So, you know, I make it harder. They're going to double team. They got to find me. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to make it easy for them.
Have you ever had fewer single team blocks in a game than what you had last week? Is that?
Yeah, maybe my rookie year. And then they found out, and then that was it.
Did you write a thank you note to the Cardinals for that, man?
Nah. I think, you know, what it's about was, like I told you guys last week, it's about playing to win. Like, it's hard to win games, max protecting every game and doing two-man routes. Like, if you're going to go out there and win, you got to see what you got. Like, we're about to hit November football. October's almost up. And you talk about making playoffs and championship, going to winning, you know, going the distance. It happens now. Like, you got to see what you got in your team. Like, even us, like, we got to challenge ourselves and push ourselves to go out there and be competitive regardless of circumstances. Like, you know, if they're going to chip and play off football, then we got to be ready to learn how to beat chips. Like, it challenges all. If they're going to play us one-on-one, then we got to learn how to win one-on-one blocks. Like, you got to see a mixture of everything. I don't think it's a coaching error, but at the same time, like, you got to see what guys you have, and you got to challenge, and you got to go out there and win games now. I see all the Twitter mongoose. I go out there and be like, this guy, all he did was run two-man routes all game, and he didn't put his team in position to win. Well, then he goes against a pass rush, and you're like, why didn't he chip more? Like, it's like a win or lose. It's like a lose-lose with some of the fans. Like, you can't expect everything to be perfect, but at the same time, you have to give yourself a good chance to win. And I look at the Cardinals, and you say, who's some of their best players? If Trey McBride, who's one of your best skill positions, is chipping every play, does that help your team? You know what I mean? So it's easy to look at, you know, that situation, and dude's like, oh, he left him one-on-one. But I look at a great player, Trey McBride, I'm like, I wouldn't leave him in the chip. And what do you have, 2 tutties? So if you take away those 2 tutties, is this game competitive? Like, you be like, that team that doesn't have a chance to win. And then you just double Marvin Harrison, and you say, beat us with the rest. So, you know, it's all about scheme. It's all about potential, and, you know, we're going against a team who has some really good tight ends, Muth and Washington. So, you know, we got our hands full. We just got to see how they're going to use them.